how to install NinjaTrader. So basically, best way to do it is you just go to your browser and I just type in like AMP Futures, and this is the way to get a free connection because NinjaTrader offers both historical free data, and then they offer intraday data. It's free, but it's like a 30-day trial. So it expires every 30 days, so you have to basically do this every 30 days. You just go to online platforms, NinjaTrader, and then CQG. And then you basically just fill out this form. And after you fill out the form, it's going to give you a download link. And I'll just show you how it looks. Okay, so I filled out the form, and it gave me this page. It's a little bit different than what it used to be. I really don't use this key that they give you. I suppose you could use it, but I usually just use the one that they send in the email. Now, if you already have NinjaTrader downloaded, you can go ahead and, just not worry about it. But if you don't, you can then click on it, and then it goes to your download folder. Or the other way of doing it is that you can actually take this key right over here, and let's say you want to download the new version of NinjaTrader. Well, you just go to NinjaTrader and go to the download section, and then you've got the license key that you got to put in here, and then just say download NinjaTrader, and basically that allows you to bypass this page to they basically want you to sign up for things. So you can just look at the current version is all of this, and then it's 0.21. So let's go ahead and install it. I got it already on my desktop over here. And honestly, this link right over here, if you ever want to install the new version of NinjaTrader and you don't want to go through all of that, this thing actually will always install the new version, because all it does is it just simply downloads the latest version. Like, this is downloading the latest version. If I use this same setup.exe, 3 months from now, it's going to download a different version, because it always downloads the current version of NinjaTrader. Alright, so just basically press next, agree. It's going to tell you where it's going to install it. I would just always install it over there in the program files, x86. It always installs a 32-bit and a 64-bit version if you have 64-bit machines, so I wouldn't worry about putting this on the 64-bit side because it's going to already do that for you. And sometimes it might tell you that you have to update your .NET framework, because NinjaTrader uses this thing by Microsoft called the .NET framework, so you might have to download that first from Microsoft, then reinstall NinjaTrader. But as long as you're using a latest version of Windows 7 or something like that, you should be fine. Okay. So now over here on our desktop we have two icons. One's 64-bit and one's 32-bit. The one that doesn't say 64 is 32-bit. The 64-bit will run a lot better on your machine if your machine is 64-bit. You can check your system properties, and you can see it's a 64-bit operating system. And this is a virtual machine that I'm on. So what I like to do is I like to just pin this to the taskbar, so I have it right over here. And the first time it's going to ask you for a license key. And you can put the one they gave you, or you can put, usually what happens, let me just cancel this really quick. They give you this one that I've always been using in the emails, because I get it from AMP Futures, and it's CQG data. So I just use that license key. They give you another one. I don't know how that other one, if it works the same or not, but I just use the one that they give you in the email. So when I enter it, I just copy and paste it, put it right in there, and then it's never going to ask you again to enter your license key. So this is all simulated trading. It's not live trading. So this is actually a demo account. So it's going to have all these pop-up messages. I would just say don't show this again. You can also look on YouTube and bookmark the channel because they have a lot of tutorials on NinjaTrader, how to do things. So you can always go to YouTube and watch those things as well. This thing that says public and private networks, I always just check them to make sure that it's always going to work no matter what, because you always want access. You want access to everything. You want NinjaTrader to have access to your computer, basically. So now we have to put in an account connection in order to actually get some data in here. So I go to account connections, and all of these things over here are not real time. So I want to add a real time data feed. That's what AMP Futures was for. So I can then just go add, next, and I can call it anything I want. You can call it AMP Futures, or you can call it real time, whatever you want to call it. And then the type that you're going to put on there is CQG, and just leave all this on default. I don't like to have this connect on startup because it's kind of annoying. It's better to choose. So now it's asking for the username and password. This is what you would get inside of your email. So this is where you just basically copy and paste. And just make sure that when you're going to do this, you make sure that you get just what they give you. You don't want to get that space in there, because if you get a space in there, it's not going to work. So you got to make sure it goes just from here all the way to there, and then from there copy and paste that, because otherwise it won't work, and then you'll be wondering why it doesn't work. So then just hit demo mode, and then next, finish, and OK, and then you're good to go. Then the next thing is I usually shrink this down a little bit. From there, I've got tools, options, and I always uncheck this confirm order placement, because what happens is that if I go ahead and connect now, let's say I want to connect. So now this thing that says real time was a thing that we just created. So it's going to connect to CQG data feed. And it's real time, so it means it's actually happening right now in the market. It's like 9:52 Eastern time, so it's 8:52 Central time. So the US market only opened up about 20 minutes ago. And it takes a little while to connect, but once it's green, it connects. It makes a little noise. I don't have the internal noises on right now. So then we just go to chart, and you got to just choose what you want to look at. Let's look at the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Put that inside there. And this kind of has like default things over here. I might want to change these, and maybe I want this to be, let's say, 10 days back instead of 5 days back. So you don't want to keep adding these things, because when you go to do this, it's going to download the data. But now, let's say, for example, if I close the chart and I want to open a new chart, I go to do the same thing, and I have to change it again. So what you can do is you can then just make sure that things are the way you want it to be, and then right-click anywhere in here, and just click on that. So now it's always going to choose what you... So now if I close this thing, open up a new one, now it has 5 and 10 days back. And personally, some of these lines I usually change, but so now we've got a chart. Let's say if you want to like make this bar right over here have a little more space, you can then just go like right click. There's all these properties in here. Like I don't like these horizontal and vertical lines, so I can take these things off by making them false. The right side margin says 4. Let's change that to 100. And then now if we apply that, you can see how the chart moved over and those horizontal vertical lines disappeared. So I can say set as default. So now when I open up a new chart, this is default, and now that's going to be default. And then you can also say I want to see this crosshair line. So now you can actually see, you know, what price we're on. And if you hover over the price and you press the middle mouse button, you see like you know, a data box pop up just by pressing the middle mouse button. If you want to trade off the chart, you would then come down here and say chart trader enable to true, and you would then see it open up. You open and close it like that. So if I go ahead and say, okay, I want to let's say I want to open up a trading dome. This is super static trading dome over here. This thing pops up, and now I can put in here what I'm looking at, so you can actually see, you know, buy prices and sell prices. I wouldn't say these are totally accurate. I think that market makers manipulate these things, so I wouldn't really look at them in terms of being accurate, but I would, you know, you can look at them in terms of price movement. But over here too, you can go ahead and change things. Like if you don't like that color, I usually change the buy and sell to different colors. So instead of being buy column, I might change it to pale green, and then sell column, I might change this to light coral. So then it changes. You might want to change the number of price rows. Let's say you want it to be a little bit longer, so I change it to 25. So it makes it go down a little bit more. You have a whole bunch of other things in here, like you can change show realized P&L when flat, so you can look at that. But we don't have any P&L right now, it's because we didn't trade. Show daily high-low markers. Let's see how those things look. Oh, this thing is also like auto-centering. Like you can take auto-center to false. There's a lot of things that you can do in here. I might want to change the font. So let's say, for example, I want to have a bold font or something like that. You can change to that, or let's say if you don't like that, you can change it to regular, but make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. And so there's lots of different things you can do. As far as with doing an actual order, let's say you want to like do an order that has a stop and 2 targets. You can then go to ATM strategy, custom, target 1 and target 2, let's say, and you want the quantity to be 2. So over here you want this leg to be 1, you want this leg to be 1 over here. Let's say you want the stop to be 10 and 10, and then you want the profit to be 10 and let's say 15. And then from there you can then give this a name by right-clicking, saying Manage ATM Strategy Templates, and give it a name. Let's say Spencer, which is my name. Press Save. And then from there now, if I close this thing, for example, let's say I open it up again, it should have the same it's got, oh wait a minute, let's see if it has the same. Oh, I guess maybe I didn't save all of that other stuff. I didn't all of this stuff. This is why you gotta save it. You gotta go light coral. Let's say it's at 25 ticks. This is at 10, and this was at show P&L when flat, and show, I don't want to see the quick buttons, market depth, daily high-low markers, cumulative market depth, let's say that, and then let's set its default. That's what we got to do. So now if we look at it again, it's going to work. But then this save too, I can then put in my custom strategy Spencer, and then from there, if I go to, let's say, buy, it then puts the stops 10 ticks away, puts the targets 10 ticks away, and it's going to manage it. The one thing about NinjaTrader that it's really important to understand is the only thing that's on the server is this order over here. This stop and this target are on your computer locally. In other words, if your computer shuts down, then you don't have a stop. So it's important to realize that. So now that probably wasn't the best time to buy the ES because it looks like it's giving us a little bit of heat, maybe selling off a little bit. But that's basic NinjaTrader video, how to work NinjaTrader and how to set up some things. The other thing that you can do is let's say you want to organize this stuff a little bit. Let's say I want to like move this over. Let's say I want to move this over here, and I want to move this over here. This is kind of a small screen to be looking at all this. And so, let's say I want to like, if I want to look at, my executions, you can see that, we were filled at 1845.50, which is where this is highlighted, and you see this is highlighted over here as well. It looks like we're going to get stopped out. And we can even see, like, if you put the stop up a little bit closer, maybe we will get stopped out. But we'll see it cancel the orders. So when you move this stuff, don't click the X's, because if you click the X's, you're canceling the order. What you want to do is click the middle part and then move it that way. You kind of click it, and then you move to where you want to go, then you click it again. And that's how you do that. If you want to move this down a little bit, you can do it off the chart trader. You notice over here, since you have Auto Center on, you really can't see the top part. As well, you can, I guess, but so if you want to move these down, you can do that too. So we don't know which way it's going to go, but that's how you do NinjaTrader, or at least how you get started. Also, if you want to like write a note, you've got a bunch of drawing tools right over here, so you can then draw like a vertical line. You can draw a horizontal line like this, let's say. You can draw, let's say you want to draw like areas where you think that the market's going to bounce from. You can draw like a rectangle. And then to get rid of it, you can click it and then just press delete. Or click it and then just say remove. Or you can actually go over here and say remove all drawing objects. The other thing you've got is like a trend line. I think that's called, well, you got a regular line. Then you've got a ray, which is like that. Then you've got an arrow line. Let's say you're like marking up the chart and you put an arrow line. And let's say I want to get rid of this, and I want to get rid of this. And let's say I want to write a note. So you can then say text, click on this, and say the market is going up. I went long. So you can do that, and then you can change this text if you want to. Where's the font? Solid. Oh, here it is, right here. Font 10. Let's say you want to change it to 12. So then you set it as default. Market is going up. I want long. So it already took out our first target. Bring the stop up. Bring it to break even. So we made $12.50. Not that much money. But, and this is fake money, so it's not real. Actually, it's, yeah, it is $12.50 because this says show our P&L when we're done. And if you don't like this color, which I really don't like that color, but you can change it to slate gray to, you know, let's say powder blue or something like that. Something more sky-like, you know. This color will change when you go to real money, but right now it's fake money. So then you can do the same thing. You want to go short. Let's say you're going to go short, and you know, then you can write yourself a note. Say the market is getting weaker. I went short at 1845.50. And then from there, you can put that. You got your arrow line. And you notice that this actually marks it too. You can change this, and you can go data steer and just say text marker. Let's say you don't want it to plot. So that means that it's not going to plot anything. Or you can say just plot the markers only. So then it's going to plot where you went long, but it's also going to plot where you got out too. So a lot of times I might be like, well, I don't like the way it totally plots because it puts an arrow not only where you get in, but it puts it on. So I might go put in my own arrow, got in over here, you know, got in over here, and of course it's going up now, so we'll probably lose on this one. But then you can also change it over here too. And each of these is a tick. So we got in over here, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 ticks. Every single tick in the ES is $50, or no, it's $12.50. So 4 ticks is $50. So you can see then we would have lost that much money. So trading is not easy, but with NinjaTrader and a strategy, it makes it a little bit easier. And then if you don't want all this stuff, you can then go remove drawing objects, and then from there that removes them. And then you can also say save workspace as, and Spencer. So now when I close this and then I go back to NinjaTrader, it's going to open up everything exactly where I left it. And then the only thing that I have to do is just go File, Connect, Real-Time Feed, and then it still shows my executions where I went long and short. This is already in here because it's, you know, that's how I set it. Over here you can also do like indicators. Like let's say you want to put on MACD, let's say you want to put on, well, let's just do that one. You've got an indicator. You can change the time to, let's say, 30-minute chart. Yeah. So that's how you do NinjaTrader. So enjoy.